There's one species, I think it's called Aristida fulvus, I think. Fulvus mostly. It's called Anche Hullu, and that Anche Hullu meadow formation is there here. It is the main species, and some grazing also happens here. So, this is actually, this meadow is the original inspiration for lawns. Particularly, it was popularized by these British people because their national economy was basically, they were shepherds before they got into piracy and finally colonizing places. So that meadow was something that was there in their historical memory. As people became well off, they wanted meadows in front of the house, so this lawn idea came. Natural meadows are quite different from these lawns that we make as a poor substitute. So different types of meadows are there, meadow formation. Here, for example, we can consider somewhere around there as the border of this meadow. That is, that Congress grass and all is there. So this is the border of the meadow, and more species are occurring on the sides. That is, one is the pennisetum grass, that one. Then this Congress, so-called Congress grass, this one. Then other assorted plants are there. The main meadow is from here to about 50 feet, 75 feet ahead, like that. And then we can consider this rectangle of clearing as the meadow. Say another 50 feet this side, 50 feet this side, as a meadow, which we will examine now in full detail. The primary species of this meadow is this correct species name I will write in the title, because sometimes I get confused. It's called Anchi Hullu in Kannada. This one. It is used for making fine brooms and all. So this is the main species of this meadow. Then this particular species, in the tender stages, it is delicious and nice for the cows and all to eat. So here and there, few of the plants didn't get eaten, so they took the full form. And once this kind of this yellow straw type mature straws start coming out, parts of the plant, it is no longer tasty nor nutritious, so they don't eat it. So this grass takes a round formation like that. The whole thing, say about half foot in circumference, like this, and here it is growing tall, this one. So this is half eaten, central portion has been eaten, and some straws have, some of the flowers have taken full form and seeding and all has happened. So that is the main plant, and these about some 200 of this species is there in various stages occurring here. Some are tall and some have been grazed, so it is taken a shrunken form. So one fully mature grass we can see over here. When the cows don't eat it, it becomes like this. So this is the final seeds. This year's this thing is over. So the seeds will all come off like that and fly off in the air. So if we remove the seeds. Good number of them will come off. Seeds are like that, and they fly off in the air when there's a strong breeze and all. And it flies off like that. So, when it takes a mature form, it grows about almost 2.5 feet, and then this ligulin or something is called, this little bit harsher type of straws with a yellow part is more. All this is not tasty for the animals and all. So this, once it reaches this kind of form, the cows don't eat it. So the plant can go on to flower. In the earlier stages, if the cows eat it, it takes a more shrunken form. So if we bunch up the whole grass together, so it goes like that. So the uncut this Aristida, I think it is Aristida. In the correct species, I will be writing in the title. This one, it takes this kind of form. Then some of them have got partially eaten, like this one. Many parts of this one have got eaten, and then one or two straws have gone on to flower. I think spider nest here. So this is partially grazed, and in that inside that gap, in between that that main grass what I am showing is one of that. I think this is the heteropogon tortoise, I think, or something similar, small one, but so that is there. And then along with that, if we see what is there, we can see now briefly. This is one of that legume. All the species I write in the title, in the description, because I don't have the names offhand. It's quite a common legume climber that is there at the ground level. So these are the smaller plants. These meadows don't have a monoculture. They have about 20-50 species and all, dominated by a few. Others are there in smaller numbers. So interspaced with this legume which cows and all eat. So that is there. Then underneath, Desmodiums are there, the ground level. All this is that Desmodium triflora, one of the small Desmodium. This one, that's the second species, third species. Third, 1, 2, 3, fourth species. Then I think this is that. This is one more smaller grass. This is an annual grass. This species also, I have the name, but I don't remember. It is also there underneath, small grass. It's only this much. This one. Then Vishnu Kranti is there. That is that blue color, evolvulus. This one also is there. Later in the summer, when these grasses dry up more, this one will come out in better form. So that is there. So at the ground level, one Desmodium, one legume, one more smaller grass, this one. This one. Then this aromatic plant, I forgot the name. It's one of the most common weeds of our country now. It's aromatic and blue flowers are there. So that one also has got little bit shrunk form. So that is there. Then this is one of the Sida. This one also is there here and there. One of the Sida species. Then here that Aristida has taken full formation, and we can see the whole round formation like this. So some of the grasses that didn't get grazed have this outlook. If it is grazed, then it becomes smaller. And if one wants to maintain the meadow formation, natural meadow formation as a lawn substitute, these all can be trimmed once in a year when the flowering happens. Or you can let it be also. That's one way of dealing with it. It has its own charm to have the full form. And here we can see it looks very, very attractive and nice. All that. So that is there. And here it is more green because these specimens have I think they may be getting some more water probably, or some little variation is there. So it's more green and also partially eaten. Then this also is occurring here. That is that Tephrosia purpurea, that one. Quite a nice population is there. Then here I think that this meadow is coming to an end in this part over here. So we covered about this much of space we have covered around here. Some mature grasses are there with flowers. So some of them are mature like this with flowers. Some of them are immature flowers are there like this one. All these. And some have been completely grazed, so it is much smaller like this one. By and large it has been grazed off at this height. At this height. And for flowering stage only one straw has come up to flowering, everything else got grazed. And we can see that grazing effect over there. It's only this much height, this much. And then interspaced with this one, regularly this Heteropogon contortus in a shrunken form, or it's some other species, this one, similar one, that is there inside this structure itself. Then continuing up, we can see few more plants, how they look. Here it's about 1 feet height, grazing has happened, and second flowering came at about at a lesser height, this one. So here by and large it has got grazed. Then few of them secondary growth came and some smaller flowers came at about 1 feet height. And here also underneath, if you see, that same legume is there, this one, whose name I have to recollect, this climber. Then one of the Spermacoce also is there, this, that one. Then also this Vishnu Kranti. Quite a population of this Evolvulus is there, this one. Then so by and large there is a almost monoculture of one species, that I think it's Aristida fulvus, that one mostly, and this is Stylosanthus. This also has got grazed, and it's a good forage legume. the Stylosanthus. So that is also there underneath. So this one is quite a big plant. So though it has got graced, the base of the plant is somewhere here. So much disturbance at the root hasn't happened. And this kind of place has lot of small snakes also. That is another thing. So Stylosanthus, Sida, then that blue flowered aromatic invasive weed, this one whose name I forgot. This one. This is nothing eats this. Then here kind of rounded shapes are there in the this Aristida. So here they have all taken shorter clump formation with gaps in between. So this is one grass, this one, and it has been graced. So or they must have cut it for making brooms, one of the two. All these is cut, it is been cut probably for brooms. Anyway, if it is trimmed, it will take this form, like this. And further, if it is trimmed, it will only be this much height will be there. It will become like this, flat. So if you have a meadow of these bigger grasses, you have to trim it regularly. If you leave it and no grazing happens, all these will become quite tall at the end of the year, now November, December, like this. And then after the flowering, all this dries up. So that is what happens. And then if you further, if it is kept trimmed and controlled, it will take a shape like this, small round shape like this. So this is well graced. And this can be called as a meadow formation of this, that Aristida setacea. And then the flowers also shrink sufficiently. This is fulvous or one of the other ones, smaller, Sannanchi, this one. So here this is the main grass. That central part is here, and then it radiates sideways like that. And the side radiated parts, if we take out, so normally what would happen if this wasn't grazed, some of the straws will emerge from here. From here it will come up like that and then grow to full height. But here it has been cropped, so it is flat on the ground like this. So if it is a non-thorny grass, then it's a good enough for a natural meadow. Here also we can see it is quite fully trimmed off. Everything is gone very small here. Flowers also are happening at height of 3 inches, 6 inches like that, this one. So really shrunken form. And then all the grasses take this round formation like that. Like this. So here it is hardly 1 centimeter thick. And then these meadows, they sequester a lot of carbon. So soil improves when the meadow formation happens. Brown content and all will increase. Because these grasses sequester huge amount of straw and all. When they dry, it falls down here and the ants and termites and all take it in. And it enters the soil and it stays there. So slowly soil will become healthy. These stones and all will slowly get submerged, all these stones, because more and more dry matter will fall on it and then it gets covered. If there is erosion, suppose this grass wasn't there here, all this topsoil would have eroded and then big rocks would have appeared. Because this meadow formation is there, cows and all have taken some tender shoots and all have been eaten by the cows. The lower, here no erosion can happen, because suppose let's say heavy rain falls here on top of this. The rain doesn't even hit the earth, it hits the grass first. Second, in the summer, the direct sun will not hit the earth here, rather it will hit this perennial grass, whatever is remaining for the next monsoon. So temperature in the ground underneath here, below this grass, will be a few degrees cooler than if it was exposed to full sunlight all day long. So two effects we can consider. One is soil erosion is halted completely when there is a meadow formation. Second, the top soil will be cooler and it can play host to many small insects and all. Nice niches are created underneath all this green layer. That is a lawn only. If you trim everything completely and have this one species, the whole ground will be like this. If you water it once in a while, fresh sprouts will be there. And then if you have a sheep or goat or cow, it can be allowed to graze also. So it becomes a pasture. Pasture grasses can be grown in this kind of location as a meadow formation. And then we can select the grasses which we want, more nutritious grass than this Aristida. And that will do the supply the nutrients to the animals. So I tried my best to cover as much as possible, about one meadow of some quarter acre with some tall grasses, and then in various stages, fully tall and mature, then a little bit shrunken, and finally the completely grazed part over here, this section. It's quite green and nice. This hardly one or two thorny things are there like mimosa, that has to be selectively removed. So people who want to get rid of lawns, they can go for this kind of, it looks attractive, fresh green and circular formation. You can actually walk on it. It feels quite nice, soft and nice. Only thing is this mimosa has to be removed, it will poke. And then moisture also, retention also is more here underneath. Rich and dark soil. So the best way to revive the earth and keep it cool and healthy, like that. So this is a lawn formation with only 1 inch height and soft and nice to walk also. You can walk bare feet. It feels cool and good.